into tomorrow night's game?
Well, it's after having a poor result at the weekend. It's you're always looking for a game as quickly as possible. We know we've got a difficult run of fixtures, but you know it's a game we've got to go into. We know we're going to have to perform a lot better than we've done for the last 25 minutes on Saturday. We need a similar performance that we had in the first half, where we were organised, structured, and had that. We had a goal threat. You know, so we know Aberdeen have put together a couple of good victories, and have started to climb the league. So we know it's going to be a tough match.
I mean, obviously, you've made undoubted progress over the last 5-6 weeks, but I guess it's been a nightmare week, as you've touched on, fixture-wise, away at Kilmarnock, up to Pittodrie, then Celtic Park. 3 hugely tough games in 7 days. I mean, you almost have to kind of treat that little block of fixtures, because it's quite a run, as kind of take them away from the steady progress that you've made, and think you can't allow that run of fixtures and what may or may not happen to kind of, you know, distract from the progress that you've made.
Well, the first thing I'll say is it's certainly not a nightmare run of fixtures. You know, we've done a lot of things well at Kilmarnock, and scoring the first goal at this level is huge, and we had 2 or 3 opportunities to do that. So we take the confidence of how we played in the first half. You've got to approach games like playing against the top sides as games that you really want to test yourself in, and that's what we'll continue to do. Where we let ourselves down on Saturday was we started to make, you know, poor decisions, try to chase the game rather than doing what we've done previously against St Mirren when we went behind in Hibs, is to trust the work that we put in during the week and grind our way back into the game. You know, so that's where we've got to be better. But it is a tough game. You know, there's no doubt about it. Going to Pittodrie is always tough, but we're capable of picking up the points. But we need to be right at it.
What have you made of the Dons in recent weeks? Because they, you know, by their own standards of previous years, perhaps haven't been playing to the level they would like, but they're still right up there. They've been to a cup final, still right up there.
Well, I think that tells you how well organised they are, you know, because obviously it's been well documented about previous to the last couple of games that the strikers not scoring goals, but still grinding out victories. That doesn't surprise me. Obviously, I know Derek very well, and Tony, and how they operate and set their team up, you know, to get to another cup final. You know, it's fantastic for them. So I watched them against Livingston, and I thought they were excellent that night on a really poor night to play a game, you know, with the conditions, especially second half, you know, where they created numerous chances. So we know we have to make sure that we're really organised. We've got to make sure that we're playing a lot better than we've done in that last 25 minutes.
And if you can get the win, you'll move to within a point of Hamilton, and it's all about looking up the league, I guess, and trying to reel teams in. That's an added incentive, I guess, in itself.
Yeah, definitely, and it's our game in hand, you know, so we want to try and maximise that and make sure that we're picking up points, you know, so we'll go and we'll give it our best shot, that's for sure. We'll be ready for the game.
Team news?
Team news is Rory Deacon will miss out. He felt his thigh in the warm-up, so he'll definitely miss out. Obviously Nathan Ralph comes back in after suspension. Josh Meekins is still obviously the longer term one.
Good to get Nathan back?
Yeah, obviously it was a blow to lose him, but yeah, definitely it just gives you better balance on that side.
Another goal for Kenny Miller again on Saturday there. Must be good to see him regularly scoring again.
Yeah, it's good. Obviously he's had a lot of, you know, plaudits lately, and rightly so, because of the goals he scored. He'll be the first to tell you he should have scored in the first half as well. You know, he probably scored the harder one out of the 2 chances. So, but as long as you keep getting into those positions, you know, and keep getting the ball in for the wider areas, then you're always confident Ken will be in the right areas.
And on tomorrow you're going up to the north east, the wind will be howling in. You're playing on plastic on Saturdays. You know, different conditions all the time. You've got to adapt all the time for the games you're playing.
Yeah, of course, you know, we know what it is. Obviously the conditions on Saturday were horrendous as well for all the teams in the country playing, you know, with the winds and the driving rain and a bit of sleet. But you just got to knuckle down and get on with it. It's the same for both sides.
Jim, teams are taking points off each other at the top. There's no runaway leader. Is there a sense that you can go into this game with confidence that you can take something from Aberdeen?
Absolutely. You know, you've got to get into every game thinking that, you know, there's a result to be had there, and we certainly do that. What helps breed that is good results, you know, and take away the result on Saturday. We had a poor 25 minutes, you know, and it cost us dearly. So we learn from that, we move on, but as I say, having a game so soon is the ideal remedy to try and sort it and try and get a positive result.
Do you expect a result?
Do I expect a result? Every time I get into a game, I expect my team to pick up points. You know, so we know that we're going to have to play really well, 1 to 11. You know, you can't, when you come up against the best sides, have any passengers, you know, or you can't make the poor decisions that we made in that last 25 minutes, because that's what cost us the game. But equally, we showed on Saturday against a team that's sitting top of the league that we made chances against them, but we've got to put them away.
Jim, would you say that last weekend's game was a good example of why it's so crucial to score the first goal?
Yeah, I think it's huge. I think if you look at the stats concerning scoring the first goal and going on to win the game, they're very high. And it also puts that seeded out into, you know, the opposition's mind as well. But having said that, we've still got to be better when we concede, which we have been previous to Saturday's game. So we assign that one to the waste bucket and we move on.
Well, on that point, what do you put down the improvement in results down to?
Hard work. Working hard. You know, it's there's no substitute for putting in the hard yards, you know, and making sure that you're structured, well organised, and you want to make sure that you're putting the team under as much pressure as possible.
Is cutting the gap, you know, getting closer to Hamilton, I mean, is that the immediate kind of objective, to try and get a team above you starting to look over their shoulders and just bring as many teams back into the kind of fight at the bottom as possible? Definitely,
without a shadow of doubt, you want to make sure that if we don't have a positive result, we'll be back on the bottom of the table. You know, so that it's important you don't get too high. And I said last week that we're off the foot of the table, but it means absolutely nothing at this time of year. It's where we are coming the end of May that matters, and there'll be ups and downs. You know, so we need to keep an even keel and analyse each performance as it is and take it on its own merits.
Is there any news on any targets or revivals or anything coming along?
If there was, I wouldn't tell you.
There we go.
Okay.
Right.
Well, with the transfer window approaching, are some of the players playing for replacing the team and are really having to work harder as a result of that?
Well, I wouldn't say they're having to work harder as a result of that. That's just an ongoing process that you need to work hard in every day in training and in every game. You know, if you want to be part of the way we're doing things, then. But I've got to say the boys' attitude's been excellent. You know, and they've approached the hard work, they've met it head on. So, no, in terms of doing the right things and working hard, they've been given their all.